Hello everybody, welcome back to the kitchen yet again. Today I figured I would show you how I make my cheap and cheeky kind of Canadian pulled pork. It's pretty tasty and I'm pretty sure it's not the proper way to make it, but nobody's ever complained when they've eaten it. So, let's get started. Probably the only part of this that's going to be considered correct and traditional is that I'm starting with pork. At about 10 minutes in, I usually hit that bad boy with whatever spices I'm going to throw on it. Today I'm using my typical hot peppers, some ground mustard, a little bit of ground ginger, and some fresh ground black pepper. Alright, we are just getting started on this. This is a long cook, folks. This has been about 45 minutes in, and now is when I like to add a little something to, you know, kind of tenderize it a little bit. A lot of people will use lemon juice or whatever. Alcohol works well. Today we're going with Yukon Jack. It'll be quite lovely in there. I'm just going to pour off all my spices there. Alright, well this is the part where I just assume I'm cheating because, like I say, nobody's ever shown me a proper southern style way to make a pulled pork. I suppose I could YouTube it, but that's just not really my style, is it? So basically I just let it cook a little bit, grab a couple of good forks, preferably with nice long tines, and I just shred it until I get down to what's not cooked. And that helps it cook just that little bit faster. It takes about 5-10 minutes to get through a chunk of meat about this size. But once I'm done that, I'll start adding some gooiness to this. Just check back on this from time to time, and as more of it cooks, just kind of shred it off. Looks like I'm probably going to be able to go all the way through with this. But I'm not going to make you wait. Magic of YouTube land. Once everything's all torn up nice and chunky, I like to have another go at my spices and seasonings before I start dumping in some sticky. Quite often I'll use honey if it's available, but we are currently out of honey at the moment. So tonight I'm going to be using maple syrup for that little bit of subtle proof that I really am Canadian. Eh? So, a little bit of maple syrup, maybe a lot of it maple syrup, maybe the last of the maple syrup. Fear not, it's Canada. There's always more maple syrup. And with a bit more in there, that looks better. Just going to let that cook through for a little while. Well, I did warn you this wasn't a quick meal, but this has been cooking for probably about 2.5 hours now. I'm just going to take the lid off of this and let the heat work any of that extra moisture out of this. And this should end up pretty sticky by the time I'm done. Alright. Not very exciting, but fabulous and tasty all the same. Alright, well, while I'm waiting for that to thicken a little bit, I should give this a taste test. Yeah, see if I like the seasoning. Oops. That does taste really good though. Alright, there are a host of different ways that you can serve this, but tonight we're just going with the loose meat sandwich style. A little bit of blue cheese, a nice fresh Kaiser bun, fresh from the bakery today. A little bit of processed cheese, because, I don't know, we don't have any other cheese. And you gotta have cheese! So I'm just gonna plunk that on there. And basically, that's served. Alright, there you go. A little bit of pulled pork, kind of a cheater's Canadian pulled pork, if you will. Served on a bun, nice and... It's easy, but it's not quick, okay? I'm not gonna lie, this is not quick food. But the taste is worth it. On that note, I'm going to make you suffer through while I have a bite of this. Caution, it's drippy.